virtual connectivity. What this is doing is that you have only one single connection to all the telecom operators in Nigeria. You don't need to duplicate your services. And what you talk about the excitement is that the excitement that's coming up in 2023 is the launch of 5G services. And what 5G services is bringing to us is bringing the advent of extremely fast internet connectivity, which is a service enabler for supercomputing, artificial intelligence, and so many other things. So you see now with your mobile phone, you can operate your office from anywhere in the world. From anywhere in Nigeria, once you are connected to the internet, the things happen a lot faster for you. Yes, they are very effective. You know, part of the things we bring to the field these days, our data centers, you have a 24/7 electricity, you have a 24/7 fully protected internet connectivity. And for a lot of businesses now, what they are doing, you hear about cloud. When they talk about cloud, cloud is not in the space, it's actually in somebody's data center. So if you put your equipment in my data center, you have a connectivity. Once you have a connection to the internet, anywhere you are on the face of earth, you have a connectivity to your equipment. And because it's secured, we have a multi-layer of electricity, we have multi-layer of internet connectivity. So we're doing this for other telecom operators, because what it does for them is that it makes entry into the business a lot seamless for them and easy. They don't need to invest in renting or getting new offices or stuff like that. And you can actually, you know, the COVID brought a lot of things as well. Working from home, working remotely, working on the road, anywhere you are. And that's why the service enablement of 5G. Once you are connected to 5G, you have a very high-speed internet, and then you can connect to your devices. We provide this service not just for telecom operators, we provide it for non-telecom sphere as well, like insurance, the health insurance, the HMOs. We provide these co-location and co-location services for universities who are locating their servers in our data center. So the educational sector, the financial sector, and the telecom ICT group as well. "5G is a service enabler." What it means is that you have a lot faster internet connectivity. And because of convergence, you know, the convergence of all the services we do, voice, data, video, whatever you have it, 5G provide a very, very high-speed connectivity. And you know now, these working remotely thing, wherever you are in the world, it's the norm now is no longer, the office is no longer what we think it's used to be. The office could be in your bedroom, the office could be in your kitchen, the office could be inside the bus. And that is what 5G is enabling. And with this, you have high quality voice connectivity, high quality like interactive meetings and stuff like that. That is what 5G will bring for us. What this will translate to in business is that it improves productivity. For example, in a place like Lagos, where we have traffic and stuff like that, you probably might not need to get to office to do your meetings. As you are on the road, you do your meetings on the road, and possibly from home or from anywhere you are. So what we are looking forward to is that as the spread of the 5G goes into more areas of Nigeria, productivity will improve. And this productivity will translate into growth, because the telecom ICT is like the bedrock on which a whole load of other businesses are resting on. The biggest one I want to tell you is what a lot of people have taken for granted in so many other countries, the infrastructure challenges for us. It's the biggest challenge we're facing in Nigeria because you know, electricity is not stable. But the services we are offering and rendering need 24/7 electricity. That means that in other climes, we are spending 3 times the amount of what they spend in other areas where electricity is stable. We spend a lot more. And then the infrastructure for telecommunication services, which it rides on, optical fiber, communications, satellite and stuff like that. We pay through our nose to get this. These are the things that get translated to the end users, which they complain that it is expensive. And you know, government policies again is something that's giving us nightmares. My colleagues within the telecom industry, they will all talk to you about multiple taxation. And these are things that stifle the growth of the telecom industry, because we could do a lot better, but the taxation is all over the old place. Taxation at the federal level, at the state level, and at the local government level. Security is a challenge too, but you know, for me, per se, our own, the business we do is not like the mobile operators that have BTSs all over Nigeria. Our locations are very few and they are singular. Security is a challenge, and it's a challenge to everybody, because whether you like it or not, it translates down to us. We lease capacity, the telecom capacities from some of these providers, and when their infrastructure is affected, it affects us. And where this translates into additional cost for us is that for services we're supposed to provide on a single layer, we have multiple backup on it. And that's why when I mentioned to you, like for electricity, we have electricity supplied by government, we have the one that we are doing with generators, we have inverters. So those are 3 layers. The same way for internet capacity, we have multiple layers of backup. These increases our cost. But the major thing we're upping on is quality, because the consumers, they expect high quality. But we make that happen for them because we make sure that we have backup. If this layer 1 goes down, another layer kicks in automatically without you knowing. Our projections for this year is Africa, and particularly Nigeria. We have a projection of a double-digit growth, which we have been working on with the advent of this 5G. We believe that the growth will still continue in this year in double digits. What I'll tell you is this. These are the teething problems of whenever any new policy is introduced. You can't get it right immediately. It's teething problem. And slowly, it's all going to be resolved. The thing is that the beauty of this is that we need to embrace this. This has come to stay. And it's slowly we will get over it. The banks, the providers, they got overwhelmed. But slowly, they are going to rise up to the occasion. And that's what's going to happen. We see these all over the world. It's happening everywhere. Look at this other country in Africa, Kenya. Kenya is doing mobile money. They have the largest mobile money penetration in Africa. And with this, what Nigeria has done now, mobile money, all those applications will run on mobile phones. We have mobile phones everywhere. So these transactions will run on mobile phone. And that's part of the thing we provide, which I told you we are a vast aggregator. The applications you see on mobile phones are developed by value-added service providers, which we call VAS. And those value-added service providers, they aggregate on us. Instead of them to connect to multiple people, they connect only to us, and then they can have all these applications on various mobile phones. You have them, and then they can deliver the services. It's just, I tell you, slowly all these problems will be resolved. It's just the beginning that we see this. It's a teething problem. We will soon get over it.
This is Digivation Network.